Welcome, welcome, welcome. So guys, this is adding and subtracting integers, and this should just be second period. This for pre-AP. So if you're not in my second period class, you're not pre-AP, please do not watch this. You're watching the wrong video. So I'm going to say this a handful of times over the first few videos. The reason we make videos is just to introduce you to a basic concept. Okay? We're not going to go super in depth. That's what we're going to save class time for. So I'm going to go over some things. If you don't understand it, don't freak out. Maybe watch the video again if you'd like. But then I'll clarify all questions tomorrow. And don't forget to do the whisk. Okay? So we're going to add and subtract integers. We talked about integers today in class. Integers are positive and negative whole numbers. Okay? So look, I'm going to jump right into it. Here we go. So all I'm going to do is a list of examples. So number one, what if I give you -4 plus -8? Multiple ways you can think about this. Okay? Multiple ways you can think about this. First of all, I need to point this out. Do not write this down. A lot of kids say, hey, why do we have to put that in parentheses? Let me show you why. Give me a second. I'm going to get a separate sheet of paper and I'm going to show you why. So do not write this. What if I had the same problem and I went like this? -4 plus -8. Now, for anybody else, that might be, I mean, look what it looks like. -4 plus -8. That doesn't make any sense. So we throw that guy in parentheses so it separates it from the operation. Okay? So -4 plus 8. One way to look at this is you have a negative number plus a negative number. And there you go. What's 8 plus 4? It's 12. And they're both negative. It's going to be -12. Another way to look at this is I owe Mrs. Adams $4 and I owe Mr. Monclova $8. How much money do I still owe them? Well, guess what? I owe them $12 together. Okay? Another way to look at it is we talked about the sea level in class. You know, when I was a kid and went to the neighborhood pool, if I dove in the water, we used to throw like quarters and pennies in the pool and then dive in after them. So let's say here's the pool, my amazing pool. Here, let me give you the full effect. Here's the amazing pool. Let's say I throw something in the water. It goes down 4 feet. And I don't know, it gets caught up in one of those jets in the pool, and then it goes this way, and then goes down another 8 feet. How far down total did this little coin go? Well, it went down -12 feet. Okay? That's all we're doing when we're adding integers. Last way to do this is a lot of you guys might remember those little counters when you're in elementary school. One side was yellow, one side was red. We can use those counters in class too if you're having issues. Now, if you don't have the counters at home, what we do is we draw circles. Okay, an open circle like that equals a positive integer. Okay, a closed circle, which means a circle colored in, equals negative. Now, if you have a small problem like this, meaning the digits are smaller, like 8 and 4, you can use these circles. So what are we adding here? You have 4 negatives, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 8 negatives, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now how many total do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We still come up with -12. Okay? That's your first example for, let's just call this example number 1, for adding integers. Okay? I'm going to scoot my paper down, and now I'm going to show you a different one. All right, we're still going to add integers. So let's just put this is EX number 2. Example number 2. All right, example number 2 is, what if I give you -7 plus 8? I'm going to refer to these circles again. Okay? we're going to do that first. Now, I want you to imagine this. Look right here first. If I give you $1 and then I take away $1, how much money do you have? 0, right? So let me say that again. You hold out your hand. I walk up to you and I say, here you go, here's $1. I give you $1. And then I walk up and I take that $1 out of your hand. Do you have anything left in your hand? No, you don't. So, and the same thing with these circles. Look, if I have a positive and a negative, I put the $1 in your hand, that's positive. But then I take it away, that's a negative. What do these two do? They cancel each other out. They cancel each other out, and we call those zero pairs. So whenever you list your circles down, if you have a positive circle and a negative circle, something positive happens and then something negative cancels it out, you circle them because they make zero pairs. That's a zero pair. There's a 0 and it's a pair of them, so they cancel each other out. So we're going to use these circles for this problem right here, okay? And again, if you don't understand this, you can rewatch it, or man, you are more than welcome to ask me, and we're going to go over it a ton tomorrow. So I have 7 negatives, so I'm going to draw 7 negative circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 8 positives. Well, those are the open circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, a positive and a negative cancel each other out, okay? So there's a 0 pair, there's a 0 pair. They cancel, 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 and cancel. What's the only thing I have left? I have one what? What do the open circles stand for? Positive. I have one positive, so my answer is going to be 1. You get it? So negative 7 plus 8 is 1. All right? So let me spell it out different ways. Let's pretend I owe $7 on my credit card. Okay? I have $8. After I pay that $7 off, how much am I going to have? 1. Okay? Something costs $7, or just the same thing. I owe a friend $7, and I have $8 in my pocket. Once I pay that friend back, how much money do I have? I have 1 left. Okay? Now, I'll show you a different method that the book has, and this may be easy for some of you. Here's a number line. If I go negative 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'm going to start at 0, and I'm going to go negative 7. All the way to negative 7. Now I'm going to add 8. It's going to be positive. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where did I land? Positive 1. Okay? Okay, now we're on to subtracting integers. Again, if you don't fully understand the adding integers, guys, we're going to go over it in class tomorrow. But right now we're going to move on to subtracting integers. Right here we have negative 7 minus 2. And earlier I talked about parentheses. I don't need to put a parentheses around this. I can, I guess, but I don't need to because this isn't touching the operation symbol. So that says negative 7 minus 2. Now it's kind of confusing for some people. So when you subtract integers, there is a rule. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it on top of the paper with my colored pencil. Here's the rule for subtracting integers. We keep, change, change. So pause the video, write that down, and just remember this. Keep, change, change. So here's the rule we follow. I'm going to write it underneath here. The keep goes with the first number. We're going to keep this negative 7. So look, I'm going to bring it down. We're going to change this symbol. That's subtraction, right? What's the opposite of subtraction? Addition. We're going to change it to addition. And now, don't confuse this, that's subtraction. Now we're going to change that to. What's the opposite, like we talked about in class today, what is the opposite of positive 2? Negative 2. Now, can we leave it like this? No. We have to have the parentheses around the -2. So when we keep change, now we're back to what we just did earlier. I owe Miss Adams $7 and I owe Miss Drager $2. So how much money do I owe them together? Man, I owe them $9. Okay? You can also use those circles we talked about. So keep, change is the tool we're going to use when we subtract integers. Okay? You know what? We've gone over enough examples. We will continue this tomorrow. Thank you for watching the video. We will definitely cover this tomorrow. The main thing you need to remember is subtracting integers is, let me see it, is keep, change. When you keep, change, it changes to adding integers, and you'll be good to go. So don't forget to fill out the WISC. Ask me any questions that you might have, and guys, I'll see you when you walk in tomorrow. Happy Monday.